Have you ever tried to plan a big event, maybe a wedding, and just felt like your wallet was getting absolutely pummeled? Well, there's a reason for that. Today, we're going to dig into this really strange but super common thing that happens in the world of event planning. So, let me tell you a story that might sound a little familiar. It's from a woman named Chloe. She's out shopping, finds this gorgeous white dress, perfect for what she has in mind. And the price tag? A totally reasonable 200 bucks. But then she drops the W word, wedding. And bam, just like that, the price for that exact same dress jumps to $1,500. I mean, that's not just a little markup, right? That is a 400% increase. So what in the world makes that one little word so incredibly expensive? And that really is the big question we're tackling today. How on earth can a single word, wedding, slap an extra $1,300 onto a price tag? Seriously, what is going on here? All right, to figure this out, let's break down what's happening. Let's call it the $1,300 word and really get into the mechanics behind this crazy price jump. Just let that sink in. $1,300. And remember, we're not talking about better fabric or more intricate beading or anything like that. Nope. That is literally the price tag they put on a single word. So here's the key thing you got to understand. This has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the product. The dress didn't suddenly become more luxurious. What changed was the marketing. This is all about psychology, and it's totally intentional. Okay, so this brings us to our next point. To really get why the wedding markup is a thing, we need to look at how companies have gotten so good at selling us a feeling instead of just a product. And you know what? To understand this, we're actually going to take a little detour away from the wedding industry. We're going to look at something called the pet premium. It might sound weird, but trust me, it's a perfect parallel. See, marketers are absolute pros at this. They shift our focus. They're not just selling you a dog bowl, are they? No, they're selling you the feeling that your pet is a member of the family. In the same way, they're not selling a white dress. They're selling you the perfect day. And that right there, that's the whole trick. When you're in wedding planning mode, you're not just buying stuff. You're buying the promise of the perfect day, of a dream come true. You're buying a lasting memory. And hey, how do you put a price tag on a dream? Well, the vendors certainly have a few ideas. Okay, so we get the marketing angle. But why do we fall for it? Why does it work so well? Well, that's where the psychology comes in. It's time to talk about something called the aesthetic dissonance trap. So what is aesthetic dissonance? You know that feeling, that really uncomfortable feeling you get when you're looking at a totally practical, affordable option, but something inside you just says, it feels cheap. Like it feels emotionally wrong for an occasion that's supposed to be this huge, special, once-in-a-lifetime thing. And that feeling creates this intense internal pressure, right? You start having this conversation in your own head, like, come on, this is my wedding day. I can't be cutting corners here. And you feel this pull, this compulsion to upgrade, just so the thing you're buying feels as big and important as the day itself. So the trap is pretty simple, really. Step 1, you're planning your big day. Step 2, you find a smart, budget-friendly option. But then step 3, that little voice, that aesthetic dissonance starts whispering that it's just not special enough. And before you know it, step 4, you're convincing yourself you need to upgrade. Okay, so we've looked at the marketing playbook and the psychological trap. Now it's time to put it all together and give this whole thing a name. So what do you call this whole system? This mix of emotional marketing and that internal psychological pressure that makes us open our wallets for the big moments. It has a name, the ceremony surcharge. Think of it like a tax. It's a premium price that gets slapped onto pretty much anything, goods or services, just because it's associated with a big life event. We're talking weddings, sure, but also graduations, baby showers, even funerals. And this is so important to get. The surcharge has nothing to do with what the thing is actually worth. It's a price that is specifically designed to target your emotions, not your real-world practical needs. So let's just do a quick recap. This ceremony surcharge, it's not just for weddings, it's for all kinds of ceremonies. It works by triggering that aesthetic dissonance to get us to spend more. But here's the best part. Just knowing about it, that's your superpower. It empowers you to push back. Which brings me to my last question for you. Now that you can put a name to this, the ceremony surcharge, where else do you see it popping up? I mean, think about it. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. The thing is, once you start looking for it, you'll see it everywhere.